nose, but adding to that a sense of knitting together the pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, drawing in below the navel. So just adding that little bit of midline engagement as you breathe deeply through your nose. And I feel like this is a really fundamental part of this practice, because part of cultivating open-heartedness is first cultivating that inner sense of groundedness and safety. So just sensing into that midline connection. Take another exhale, bow your head. And then you can blink your eyes open and lift your head forward, and let's lie down on our backs for a moment. So lying down on your backs, maybe you want to place your feet on the floor with your knees bent. Maybe you'd like to stretch your legs out and hug the legs together. Any way of lying down that allows you to connect with your breath for another moment here. And specifically, if you can, that ujjayi breathing, just really starting to refine that quality of the breath from the pelvic floor to the crown of the head. That breath, a really immediate sense of contacting aliveness, that open-heartedness, an even deeper sense of allowing the full range of experience. Let's take an inhale, and wherever you are, just reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, just hug your knees into your chest and draw the knees in towards the armpits, maybe rocking gently side to side. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And then let's just place the soles of our feet on the floor and cross the right ankle over the left thigh, and then hug the legs in if you wish. So crossing right ankle on the left thigh, maybe hugging the legs in, maybe just keeping the left foot on the floor. And even here, right? So you might experiment even here, especially here, deepening that sense of lifting and toning pelvic floor, drawing in below navel. See if your hips open a little bit more as you deeply connect to the midline. So really grounding, and then just receiving that embodied quality of spaciousness. Take another exhale. And then place the left foot down, place the right foot down. Let's just switch sides, left ankle to the right thigh. And then maybe hugging the legs in. And just pause, right? Grounding to breath, to midline, and then letting that be a source of sweetness, really sensing the natural quality of presence, which is spacious and open-hearted, just able to be with whatever is arising. Inhaling and exhaling. So sensations, by the way, include thoughts. As you exhale, bring your right foot down, left foot down. And then let's move into a deeper core connector. So lifting the legs so the shins are parallel to the floor. Cross the right thigh on top of the left thigh and hook the right toes behind the left ankle if you can. Thighs are perpendicular to the floor. Squeeze the legs together, draw in below the navel. Wrap the right arm under the left arm. Either give yourself a hug or right fingertips to left palm. Hugging the arms together, hugging the legs together, grounding to the midline. Inhale, open the space between the knees and the elbows. Exhale, curl and close that space, pull together. Continue, inhale, opening up. Exhale, squeezing together, curling in. Again, inhale, opening. Exhale, squeezing, curling, knitting the navel down. Again, inhale, opening. Exhale, squeezing together. Let's do one more. Inhaling. Exhale, lift and curl. Stay here. This is challenging. Take a breath. Can you be a little softer, a little sweeter? And then inhale, lie down, release the arms and the legs, and pause just for a breath in and out. Let's bring the shins up again. Thighs perpendicular, shins parallel. Cross left thigh on top, maybe hook the toes. Left arm under, maybe wrap the arms. Hug the legs together, hug the arms together, draw deeper to the belly. Inhale, open that space. Exhale, curl and close that space. Again, inhale, opening up. Exhale, squeezing, curling together. Inhale, opening. Exhale, curling in. Let's do two more. Inhaling, opening up. Exhale, curling. Is there any part of you resisting? Could you let go of the resistance and still stay engaged. Exhale, lift up. Stay here for an inhale, exhale. And then inhale, release the arms and legs. And just enjoy that moment resting right here. Just drop into that space. Just the immediacy of the present moment, receiving it with an open quality of awareness. And let's bring the feet comfortably close to the sitting bones. Just a couple more things lying down. As you inhale, lift your hips up into bridge pose. So when you lift your hips, again, just feeling the strength of the legs, but can you find pelvic floor, low belly, and make that connection with your breath from the pelvic floor to the crown of the head. Grounding to that midline, and then maybe there's a little bit more softness, sweetness, spaciousness. Take another breath. If you wish, you can ground your right heel and lift your left leg up for a few breaths. Hollowing out the belly, broadening the chest, take another inhale wherever you are. And then if the leg is lifted, bring it down and lower the hips down as you exhale. One breath resting. Good, let's inhale, rise again. Lift up. Take a breath. Feel into it. So start with your breath, a really immediate shift inward, connecting in a visceral way with aliveness, and then that natural quality of presence. Maybe you choose to keep both feet on the floor. Maybe you choose to reach your right leg up. Use that left leg. Find the back of the leg, the glute supporting you. Hollow out the belly. Take another inhale if you can. And then foot down, hips down. Exhale. One more thing before we rise. Feet wide, toes turned out. Tip the knees to the right like windshield wipers. Right hand to belly. Left arm overhead, just this open reclined twist that we often do. I really love how this opens the side of the body, really connects us to that hollowing of the belly, deepening of the pit of the armpit, and the crease of the hip. Take another exhale here. And then inhale to center. Exhale, switch sides. So tipping knees to the left, left hand to belly, right arm overhead. Opening up that space on the right side as you feel into the depth of the hip crease, the depth of the armpit. Take another full exhale here. And then inhale, come back onto the soles of your feet. Exhale, pause. Let's bring ourselves up onto our hands and knees for a moment. So coming all the way up and around into tabletop. Take your time. Make your way there. We're going to take about 5 full deep breaths, and you can do cat-cow, you can do other movements. It's really up to you. So just inhale, maybe you're arching the back, looking up. Exhale, curling, rounding, bowing the head. And continue just moving with your breath for 4 more breaths. Listening to the sound, the sensations, the movement of that breath. Good, let's take 1 more breath, just connecting with your arms, legs, and spine here, coordinating that movement, and then come to neutral and pause. And even just in these moments of neutral, there can be a profound quality of presence, of open-heartedness, just grounding to the midline and a sense of expansion to the periphery. Let's bring the forearms to the floor, step the feet back into forearm plank. Forearm plank, hugging the legs in, pressing the elbows down, lifting the inner thighs, breathing. Inhale and exhale. See if you can ground more and get a little sweeter. 1 more inhale here. 1 more exhale. Then we're going to come onto our right forearm for forearm side plank on the right side. So right elbow down, maybe left arm up. Maybe left arm overhead. Hug your legs in, lengthen from the pelvic floor, the crown of the head. 1 more inhale. Exhale, come back to forearm plank. And then let's roll onto the left side. Opening up onto the left forearm, maybe the right arm lifts up. Hug the legs in, reach through the fingertips if you wish. Take another full breath. So it's It takes energy, it takes effort, but can you soften a little bit? One more inhale. And then exhale back to forearm plank. One more inhale here, then lower your hips down as you exhale for Sphinx pose. Elbows down, broaden the collarbones here. So you hug the legs in, still connecting to the low belly as you lift the chest. Take another inhale here. And then completely rest, come all the way down as you exhale, just breathing in and out right here. Softening as you exhale. Just sensing the quality of awareness that's with you. And then let's rise back into forearm plank. Just one more time with each of these, coming into forearm plank. And of course you can add variations of this if you enjoy them, like one leg lifted or something like that. Hugging the arms or the elbows and toes towards each other, lengthening through the collarbones. One more exhale. And then spinning that right forearm, rolling onto it, lifting the hips, maybe lifting the left arm for that forearm side plank. Use your legs, use your breath, find your belly. Take another inhale. Exhale, come down. I like to use that one exhale just to switch to the other side. And then inhale, lift and open that right arm up. Forearm side plank on the left side. Hugging the legs, drawing in below the navel. Take another inhale. And then exhale, lower back to forearm plank. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, broaden the collarbones for Sphinx pose. If you'd like, you can lift up onto your hands, kind of straightening your arms, either part of the way or all the way. Take another breath. Inhale. And lower down. Just enjoy this moment of resting as you exhale. Right? Just sensing that this open-hearted presence just really brings you fully into contact with aliveness, whatever that is right now. Sensing the power of that awareness. And then let's rise from here onto our hands and knees or into high plank, and then downward facing dog or child's pose. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Take a few deep, full deep breaths here. Knitting together pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, drawing in below navel, and then lengthening, expanding. Take another full breath, inhale. Full breath, exhale. With your next breath, exhale completely. Really let your head be heavy and your belly be light. And then let's walk the feet to the hands. Hug the legs in, come halfway up. So it's okay if your knees are bent. Exhale, bow all the way down. Let the head come all the way down, whatever that is for you right now. Inhale, stand up, hugging the legs in, pressing the feet down, lifting the arms up, looking up. And then just bring your arms to your sides, exhale. So a standing side bend. Let's stand in Samastitihi. And inhale, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, drop the left arm and lean to the left. Take another lengthening breath, reaching up, hugging in, and leaning as you exhale. Hugging in with the legs to help you inhale, lift back up, reaching left arm up. And then exhale, drop the right arm down. Stay here, hug in, lengthen, reach, and lean. Use an inhale to rise back up, maybe look up. Exhale, bow forward over your legs. Just come halfway up as you breathe in. Step to high plank or chaturanga as you breathe out. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Simple, just breathing in dog pose. Inhale and exhale. Let's lift up onto the toes. Turn the knees and toes to the right. So I'm just pivoting my feet. Bend the knees so you kind of sit your hips back to the left and look under your right armpit. So you're opening up that right side. Hollow out the belly here. Take another exhale. Inhale, roll back through the center. Exhale, pivot the feet, bend the knees, and look under the left armpit. Hollow out the belly, reach and look under the left armpit, opening the left side. One more exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet to the hands, come halfway up as you inhale and bow all the way down as you exhale. Stand up, hugging the legs in, reaching up, inhale, and then just bring the arms down, exhale. We're gonna do one more very similar to that. Inhale, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, drop the left arm and lean. Just one exhale for that side bend. Inhale, lift back up, maybe look up. Exhale, drop to the right and lean. Inhale, rise back to center, maybe looking up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, come halfway up, hugging and lengthening. Exhale, step to high plank or chaturanga. Full breath all the way up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, a little bit of a variation. So take a breath in and out in downward dog. And then we're gonna take the left hand and reach for the right leg. It could be anywhere on the right leg, maybe as low as the ankle. And look under the right armpit. So this is just like threading the needle, which you're welcome to do as an alternative. It's a twist. Take a full breath, hollowing belly, lifting hips, softening. One more exhale. Inhale, release that left arm. And exhale, let's switch sides. So right hand reaching under, rotating. A full deep breath here. One more exhale. Release that right hand back into downward facing dog. One more full exhale. The head is heavy, the belly is deeply lifted. Bring feet to the hands and inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bow all the way down over the legs. Inhale, rise up from the legs, hugging and pressing down. Reach up, inhale. Arms to your sides, exhale. Let's do 2 rounds of a sun salutation B variation. Starts with Utkatasana. So you could bend deeply, sweep your fingertips along the floor, and lift your arms up, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, bow down over the legs, all the way. Inhale, hugging legs in, drawing from pelvic floor to crown of the head, lengthening. Exhale, step back and lower. Inhale, lift up, full breath. Exhale, roll back all the way. Let's take that right leg up and back as you inhale, reaching long through that right leg. And then exhale, bring that right foot forward between the hands, up on the left toes. Inhale from your legs, pressing down, squeezing in, rise all the way up. Maybe lift the arms. We're gonna exhale, open the arms to the right in an open twist. So right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, lift the arms back up and overhead. Exhale, twisting, opening to the right again. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Use your legs here. Exhale, opening to the right. Stay here now and breathe. So finding that lift below the navel, broadening the collarbones. One more exhale. Inhale, lift the arms and look up. Exhale, bring the hands down, step to chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full deep breath before we move to the other side. And just reconnect. Inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Nice full reach with that left leg. Exhale, bring it forward between the hands, up on the right toes. Pressing and squeezing with the legs. Inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale that open twist to the left. Inhale, squeezing, lifting back up. Exhale, opening to the left. Again, inhale, lifting back up. Holding as you open to the left, stay here. Find your legs. So you have to be fully engaged, fully awake, but is there resistance that you can let go a little bit here? Right? Just really embodying that open-hearted presence, the power of it. One more exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full deep breath right here. Heavy head, light belly. One more full exhalation. Feet to the hands, come halfway up as you inhale. Exhale, bow all the way down over the legs. Heavy head, light belly. Bend the knees, lift the arms. Inhale, Utkatasana. Back to Samastitihi, exhale. We're gonna do one more of those. Bend the knees, inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow forward. Just keep flowing with your breath. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands down, step back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot forward between the hands, up on the left toes. Inhale, stand all the way up into that high lunge. Exhale, open twist to the right. Inhale, arms back up and overhead. Exhale, open twist to the right. Again, inhale, lift up, arms overhead. Exhale, open twist, and stay here. Find your breath. Right? Find your midline, and then soften, even if it's just the tiniest bit. One more exhale. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, hands down, step to chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up and back, reaching as high as you can with that inhale. And then pull that left foot forward, up on the right toes, exhale. Inhale, stand all the way up, let the arms reach up and follow. And then exhale, open twist to the left. Again, inhale, lifting up. Use your legs for support. Exhale, opening. Again, inhale, lift up. This time we're going to hold, exhale, opening. Stay here. Right? Stay here and just receive for a moment. One more exhale. Inhale, lifting up, looking up. Exhale, hands down, step back. Maybe chaturanga or plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here, it could be child's pose. So really this open-hearted presence, that quality, what it is it allows there to be this flow of experience, the full range. Right? Directly contacting your life, moment to moment. Let's take another full exhale. Bring feet to the hands, come halfway up. Inhale, enjoy that breath. Exhale, bow all the way down over the legs, heavy head. And then bend the knees, lift the arms. Inhale, Utkatasana. And back to Samastitihi, exhale. We're gonna come into Utkatasana and hold it. Bending the knees, lifting the arms, stay here. So one nice variation with the arms lifted is to just grab your opposite elbows. If arms straight is a straight. Find your legs hugging in, deep lift below the navel. Maybe you can sit back a little bit deeper. Take your next inhale, if you can, just for that breath, lift the arms and look up. And then exhale, fold over the legs all the way down. Inhale, hugging in, lengthening, coming halfway up. Exhale, chaturanga or plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's take the right leg, reach it up and back as you breathe in. And then bend the knee, roll the hip open as you breathe out. So just enjoy that, drawing in below the navel, reaching, lengthening through the pits of the knee and the armpit chest in opposite directions. As you inhale, stretch that right leg straight up. As you exhale, bring that right foot between the hands, drop the left foot so you can rise into warrior two, arms outstretched. Right? So warrior two, find your breath, find your legs, find your midline. Take an exhale here, another inhale, and then exhale to extended side angle pose. Right forearm to thigh or palm to the floor. Take an inhale, lengthening here, and exhale again. And then inhale, come back into warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Left hand down, right arm up. Take an inhale here. Exhale, back to warrior two. Let's do that again. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior two. One more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. One more inhale here. Exhale, left hand down. Right foot back into side plank. Stepping that right foot back, hugging the legs in, lifting up. You can do any variation of side plank here that you like. Let's stay for 3 more breaths. Maybe you add that pulse movement. Let's do one more. One more inhale, and then exhale, maybe downward dog or chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. All the way up and back. Take a full breath, lengthening. That's our sun salutation C for today. We'll just do it once on each side. Let's take the left leg, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend the knee, roll it open. Just enjoy this for a moment. So pit of the knee is lifting up, armpits are reaching forward, making space. As you inhale, stretch that leg straight up. As you exhale, bring that left foot between the hands, drop the right foot. Rise into warrior two as you inhale. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale again, and then exhale into extended side angle, either forearm to thigh or palm to the floor, right arm overhead. Inhale here, exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, warrior two, exhale to reverse warrior. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to warrior two. Again, inhale here. Exhale to extended side angle. Inhale here. Exhale, back to warrior two. One more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Let's take an inhale here. And then exhale, right hand down. This time, left foot steps back. Find your way into side plank. Any version of side plank. 3 more breaths. Maybe you choose to add the exhale, dropping the hips and lowering with the arm. Inhale, lifting, reaching. Exhaling again. One more full deep inhale, opening up. And then exhale, it's either downward dog or chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. Full deep breath wherever you are. It could be child's pose, tabletop, or downward dog. Just reconnect. So noticing that engagement is different than rigidity or resistance, right? Engagement and spaciousness really go together. They really complement one another. Let's take another full exhale here. Feet to the hands, come halfway up as you inhale. Nice, refreshing breath, lengthening from pelvic floor to crown of the head. And then bow all the way down. Exhale, heavy head, light belly. Let's bend the knees. Just one more breath in Utkatasana as you inhale, rising up, looking up, reaching up. And then back into standing as you exhale. So take a breath in and out and just pause. Let your gaze be steady. Let's bring the palms together in front of the chest. Okay, so steady gaze and palms touching. Lift up your right knee. So just lift your right knee and then right ankle to the left thigh and start to bend the left knee and sit back. So this is like a half chair position. We're going to pause here and move into some other spaces from here if you wish. So before we do anything else, find your breath, find your midline. See if those two gestures of presence actually make it possible to soften the hips a little bit and deepen the crease at the top of the thigh as you drop the buttocks flesh simultaneously. You can stay right here or inhale, palms together, arms reach forward. Exhale, start to turn to the right. Turn to the left. So you slide your right forearm down your right foot, the arch of your right foot, Perhaps this becomes a prayer twist. Okay, perhaps. Find your belly, steady gaze, steady breath. On Tuesday, we'll explore turning this into an arm balance. One more exhale. Inhale, just come back to center, release the twist. One more exhale, and then inhale, lift the arms, lift the right knee, victorious breath. Exhale, foot down, arms down, pause. Palms together, settle your eyes. Take an inhale and an exhale. Same thing, other side. Start with that steadiness on the inside. Inhale, lift the left knee. Exhale, left ankle to right thigh and sit back. So this is the first part of it. Just pause right here. Come deeper to the midline, deeper to the breath. So if there's a lot of resistance, I would recommend staying here until you can soften a little. Maybe as you ground with the breath in the midline, that opening of the hips, deepening of the creases, dropping of the buttocks flesh simultaneously. You can outstretch your arms as you inhale, palms touching, and then turn to the right. So I'm sliding my left arm down the sole of my left foot, perhaps beyond the elbow, and then bending for a prayer twist. Draw in below the navel, broadening. Take another full exhale. One more breath. Exhale completely. Inhale, release the twist. Exhale, pause. Inhale, rise up, lift the arms, lift the knee. And exhale, foot down and arms down. Good, let's just take a pause. We're gonna step wide on our yoga mat, so step your feet wide apart and outstretch your arms as you inhale. Exhale, let's bring the hands together behind the back. Press into the feet, broaden the chest, look up, inhale. And then exhale, bow forward over the legs with the arms bound behind you for Prasarita Padottanasana. Find the strength of your legs. So right here, even though the legs are wide apart, can you imagine that action of legs hugging together to take you a little deeper to midline and see if when you're able to do that, there's a little bit more space, just touching that natural quality of presence that is spacious and open-hearted. It doesn't have to mean that the pose looks different. It's just how it feels on the inside. Take another full exhale here. And then inhale, stand all the way up. Let the arms reach up, almost from the legs squeezing together. Exhale, bow forward again. This time touch fingertips to the floor. Let's walk the arms out in front of you. So we're coming into this kind of wide downward facing dog, but really light on the fingertips. So all the weight and the strength is really in the legs. Inhale here, and then a twist just like we did at the beginning. Left hand to right ankle if possible, and looking under the right arm. Deep, deep lift in the belly. Breathing here. One more full exhale. Inhale, release the left arm. Straight out. Exhale, take the right hand to the left leg, maybe the left ankle, and look under the left armpit. Find your breath here. Find your breath, find your intention here. It's that open-hearted presence. That is just a space to fully contact whatever aliveness has to offer right now, whatever that experience is. Take another full exhale. Inhale, release the right arm. Exhale, pause, just bow your head. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthening, looking up. Exhale, stay there. Let's bring hands to hips and inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale, turn the heels in and the toes out. Really been loving this pose lately, so we're going to do it again. Arms outstretched, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees and the elbows, so coming into goddess pose. So even here, finding your breath, finding your midline, softening in the hips a little bit, even as the legs are fully engaged. Inhale, just lift the arms up, open up the sides of your body. Exhale, sit down and bend the elbows. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up with the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows, take a little deeper. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, sink in, bend the elbows. Just take a breath in right here, broadening everything. And then hands to the thighs. Exhale, leaning forward, shrugging shoulders to ears. Behind your belly. So see if you can, on your next inhale, soften and release the belly. Exhale, draw it up and in deeply. Inhale, soften. Exhale, draw up and in. You might even feel that movement in the pelvic floor. Inhale, spreading, expanding, softening. Exhale, drawing deeply up and in. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, spreading, softening, expanding. Exhale, deeply lifting and toning. Stay here, just come back to your normal breath, Ujjayi. Another full exhale. Inhale, rise all the way back up. And step back to the top of your mat, exhale. Inhale and exhale, pause. Okay. Let's bring left hand to left hip. Settle your eyes. We're gonna bend the right knee back behind you and maybe grab your right foot with your right hand. I like to grab the big toe mound of my foot, but you can grab the pinky toe mound. It's either way is fine. Lengthen the pit of the right knee down as you broaden the armpit chest up. Right, so right there you're making space, opening up. You might choose to inhale, reach the left arm straight up, and then exhale, tip forward and pull the right shin and the foot up and back. And come back to your breath. Steady gaze, steady breath. Can you ground yourself deeply inside and then sense a little bit of spaciousness? And again, it doesn't change the way the pose looks, it's just the way that it feels on the inside. Take another full exhale wherever you are. And then let's release it on the inhale. Lift the right knee up in front of you. And then exhale. You can either touch the knee with the right hand or grab the peace finger, or grab the big toe with the peace fingers. Inhale, outstretch the leg in front of you, or keep the knee bent with the hand on the knee. Breathing here, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Let's exhale, bow over our right leg, any amount for a breath. And then inhale, come back up. Hands to the hips, keep the leg lifted, stay here, stand up tall, breathing in and out. Standing strong on the left leg, 1 more inhale, and then foot down and arms down. Exhale, let's just take a breath to pause and feel. Right, so the beauty of that open-hearted presence is that it gives us a direct contact with our own life, with aliveness, whatever that is right now. And sometimes it feels raw and vulnerable, but it's actually a deep kind of power, perhaps your deepest. Let's bring right hand to right hip. Same thing, other side. Bend the left knee, maybe grab the foot with the hand. Lengthen the pit of the knee down, broaden the armpit chest up, just making that gesture of expanding, grounding. You might choose to reach your right arm up as you inhale. You might choose to tip forward, pull the shin up and back as you exhale, and breathe. Keep breathing. Contacting aliveness again and again. Take another full breath, just trusting that presence is open-hearted. 1 more exhale. Inhale, rise all the way back up, lift the knee. Exhale, right hand to hip, left hand to left knee, or take the big toe. Inhale, open the leg, or just keep it bent and stay steady and upright with a bent knee. Take another breath here, standing up tall, broadening. Maybe you exhale, bow your head to your knee, and then inhale, both hands to the hips. Keep the leg lifted, breathing. Inhale and exhale. Stand up tall in that right leg, another inhale, and then foot down and arms down. Exhale. Good. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale, lifting up, looking up, maybe leaning back. Exhale, bowing over the legs all the way. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, step to chaturanga or high plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take the right leg, reach it up and back. Bend the knee, roll the hip open, exhale. Stretch the leg up and back, inhale, and then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. touch the left knee down. So we're in a wide low lunge. And then let's place the right hand on the right thigh. Turn the knee and toes out to the right. So sinking into the hips here, broadening the collarbones. Even here, can you feel your legs hug together? As you deepen the hip creases, let the hip creases get deep and long, let the buttocks flesh get heavy. So as you ground to the midline, the hips naturally open a little bit. Take another full breath here, exhale. And then inhale, turn back to center. Place your left forearm on the ground, lift your left knee, and then step back into a forearm plank on the left side. Maybe lift the right arm up, reaching just into that forearm side plank. And then exhale, forearm plank, and lift your hips up with an inhale into dolphin. Take a full deep breath, bow the head. So you're on your forearms, just like downward facing dog. See if you can press up onto your hands into downward facing dog, symmetrically lifting both elbows at the same time. And exhale, bow your head. Other side, inhale, left leg reaching up. Exhale, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Inhale, stretch the leg up. Exhale, bring the left foot to the outside of the left hand, touch the right knee down. Same thing, other side. Turning left knee and toes out, left hand to left thigh. So really exploring those subtle qualities here. Squeezing in, drawing up through the belly, and then releasing the hips as the creases of the tops of the thighs deepen and the buttocks flesh gets heavier. Take another full exhalation here, just exploring that space. And then let's inhale, turn back to center. Right forearm to the floor, lift the right knee, and then step the left foot back into forearm side plank on the right side. Take an inhale, lift up, reach overhead. And then let's exhale, come into forearm plank. And then inhale, walk the feet in for dolphin pose. Bow your head, so forearm, downward facing dog essentially. Heavy head, light belly. See if you can press up onto your hands evenly back into downward dog. And then one more exhale here. Good, we're gonna come into seated. Bring the shins forward and the bottom down. And the legs outstretched. Right, sitting up nice and tall. Let's press the palms of the floor, just sitting up. It's okay if your knees are bent. Inhale, reach for your big toes. Exhale, bow over your legs. And it's okay if you can't reach your toes. Just move in that general direction. Let's take another full cycle of breath, exhaling all the way. Inhale, start to lengthen a little bit, look up. Exhale, start to rise all the way back up. So we're gonna walk our hands back and walk our feet in, and then inhale, lift into reverse table. So hips lifted, the knees bent. Exhale, swing the hips back through the arms and hover the butt. And do this again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, swing back, hover. You might even hover your whole legs off the floor. Inhale, lift back up. One more time. So the hips swing back, hovering, rounding the back, lifting the belly. Maybe you hover the legs. Inhale, back up. Exhale, stay in reverse table just for another full breath. Tipping the head back if possible. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your bottom down. Let's bring the soles of the feet together, please. Soles of the feet together, sit up nice and tall. So especially here, can you experiment a little bit? Pressing the outer edges of the feet together, drawing in below the navel. And then see if it's possible as you press the feet together, imagine the thigh bones lengthening. So this is just a tip for opening the hips. Deepening the creases at the tops of the thighs, dropping the buttocks flesh, and then leaning forward any amount. So noticing if there's any aggression. Could that be a sense of resistance, actually? Could that be a sense of rigidity? And then come back to the breath. Let it naturally cultivate presence, that open-hearted quality of presence that is fully awake, fully engaged, but fully receptive. One more exhale. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Let's bring the knees together, the soles of the feet to the floor. Walk the hands back again. We're going to tip the knees to the right, sweep the left arm across, slide and curl a little bit, and then inhale back to center. This is just like a little twist. Exhale, tip to the left, sweep the right arm across, slide it back behind you, draw the belly in, bow the head. And let's do that one more time on each side, back to center, inhale. Exhale, over to the right, tipping the knees, sweeping the arm, curling in. And then again, one more time, last time, back to the left, tipping, sweeping, scooping, curling. Good, let's come back to center, inhale. And we're gonna start to lower down onto our backs as we exhale. So lower all the way down. You might choose to hug your knees in for a moment, right? You might choose to pause with your knees together and your feet wide. So we're gonna come back to that number 4 hip stretch that we did at the very beginning, and we've kind of done some variations throughout. Let's take the right ankle to the left thigh, and then hug the legs in again. So crossing right ankle to left thigh, maybe clasping hands behind the left leg. Find your breath. See if you can explore that lifting and toning of pelvic floor, scooping up under the navel. But as you do that, can you deepen the creases at the tops of your thighs and feel a sense of letting go in the hips? Just, it's not stretching the hip, it's just releasing it as you ground to the midline. Take another exhale. And then place the left foot down, place the right foot down. Let's try the other side, left ankle to right thigh. So again, this is really subtle. Just come into this stretch. Come back to your breath. So just starting to sense into it. As you can really refine and deepen attention inside with that breath, with that midline connection. And then softening into the hip creases and the buttocks flesh so that the hips can be a little more spacious, just a little more free. And it doesn't mean they have to have more range of motion. They're just less stuck. Take another exhale. And then right foot down and left foot down. Let's pause. We're gonna do 2 back bends of your choice. I'm gonna do bridge pose. If you prefer upward facing wheel, you can place your palms on the floor and lift up for that. So with your next inhale, I have my feet comfortably close to sitting bones. I'm gonna ground the heels, move the pits of the knees forward, lift up. For me, I'm gonna interlace my fingers underneath my body and rock side to side. Press down with the feet, lift the hips, lift the chest towards the chin, and breathe. Take another full inhale wherever you are, and then exhale, lower all the way down. Pause, take a full breath in, full breath out. Let's do this one more time. Your choice, back bend. So maybe you inhale, lift up. I'm gonna rock my arms underneath, interlace the fingers, use the legs, find the midline with that breath. Just the immediacy of contacting aliveness as you breathe with awareness and sensing the power of awareness as you're invited to be spacious and receptive. Just more fully contacting the experience of your life in this moment. Take another inhale. And then lower all the way down as you exhale. Let's just pause. Pause and rest for a moment. So this is going to be our time to explore maybe an inversion of some sort. Of course, that's totally optional. So you might just prefer to do a couple more stretches that can help you get ready for Shavasana. Or you might enjoy an inversion. It could just be your legs up the wall. It could be headstand or shoulder stand, or you could use the wall for something else. So go ahead and take a moment. We'll spend about 1 minute on this section. So take a moment and begin. You might choose to stay in your inversion for up to 15 or even 20 breaths. Okay. As I've been doing when I've been teaching these classes, I'm going to come into an L-shaped pose at the wall, like downward dog, and then stepping feet up the wall. Breathing full, deep, spacious breath. Really letting the breath be spacious as you do your inversion, because this is part of the winding down. Right? This is part of the calming and the centering and the cultivating of this receptive, open awareness that can fully contact us with our life, whatever that life experience is right now. Inhaling and exhaling. If you've done an active inversion, you might take child's pose for a few breaths. After a little bit of a counter pose, depending on where you are right now, like you might have your legs up the wall and you might decide you want to just stay there for Shavasana. Perhaps you come down off of the wall or from whatever inversion you've done and then come back onto your mat and lie down. There might be a few stretches that would feel good for you to start to really ground yourself. Maybe you want to return to a little bit of the core work that we did at the beginning. Sometimes that's useful. And just starting that process of winding down. Winding down so that you can rest. So once you find your way down, you might like to close your eyes. You might take a few breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, just really settling and softening. It might take some time to be settled. And Shavasana is really your opportunity to settle into this receptive, open-hearted space that is your natural awareness. Just the expression of heartfulness flowing through you effortlessly. One practice that I enjoy in Shavasana, and this is completely optional, I'm just going to mention it and then I'll be quiet. If you find that you're able to start to rest your whole body into that space of open-hearted presence, you might orient your mind by really sensing and offering that loving presence to your loved ones, to your friends, to people that you care about right now. So for me, I literally bring those people to mind and I just sense the wish that they can feel that presence, either from me or just feel it themselves, be held in. So it's just a practice of sharing and contacting that presence with intention. You can let that go if that doesn't resonate for you. Just rest. Just sense the power of your own awareness and aliveness in these moments.